a special report on Science and Engineering Week.
This week at Churnet Middle School, many pupils have been taking part in different activities related to Science and Engineering Week.
Classes have been creating vehicles inspired by the wacky races.
Later to be raced on the school red area.
There are many different categories to enter the pupils' wacky races.
For science techniques, there's most aerodynamic, and for artists, there's most wacky.
Now we are going to interview the head of science, Mr. Fryer. Here is what he had to say.
Over to Sammy and Lucy at the Eden Project, live.
Hello, Mr. Fryer. We're here to talk to you. We're here to interview you on your thoughts on Science and Engineering.
Okay, fire away.
So, why do you think science and engineering is so important for the pupils of Churnet Middle School?
I happen to think it's really important because it takes what we do in the classroom and it applies it in an out-of-classroom context. So what I mean by that is taking the skills and the science that we use in the classrooms, but thinking about where do these apply in the real world, and designing the wacky races and the Eden Project bio was a way of using those skills and creating something that happens outside.
Okay. Do you think that the week went well?
I do think the week went well. The highlights for me was how creative people had become with all the materials that they brought in. The best thing about it for me was seeing all this waste material, these household items that would have normally just been recycled or gone to landfill, actually come into the classroom and be used to create new things with inventions and creating concepts with them, such as the biomes that the Key Stage 2 pupils did.
So, what was the difference between Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 activities?
Okay, so although the two tasks were linked, that they were different. They were linked because both of them had to use household waste products such as old milk bottles, tin foil, cartons, things like that. That was the same for Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3. But Key Stage 2 had to build a biome in the style of the Eden Project, and the Key Stage 3 pupils were designing wacky races, vehicles that could be launched using an air-compressed rocket across the playground.
Did you think that pupils enjoyed Science and Engineering?
Pupils appeared to enjoy Science and Engineering Week. I hope it wasn't just because there wasn't much writing that took place, although there wasn't much writing, there was a design side to it. But I hope that pupils got a lot out of it because it was so different, and it allowed them to create and innovate in a way that they perhaps wouldn't normally be able to do so during their normal lessons.
Do you think next year's activities will vary?
I think next year's activities will be better. Every year we do a National Science and Engineering Week. I'd like to think they get slightly better. I'd like to think there would be more of a challenge for the pupils next year, and perhaps more choice is what we also need to include next year as well.
Thank you for your time.
That's okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to that very interesting interview from Mr. Fryer, Head of Science.
Thank you for watching Churnet News.